Bret Michaels. Elliot, my buddy, my friend, my partner in party crime.
Oh, I like that. Keep going, Bret. Don't stop. Keep going.
This is like Jerry Maguire. This is good. Keep it coming. How are you, my friend?
I am doing well, dude. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Can I start with something serious and then we'll get into party gras mode?
Absolutely.
How's your health? Like, I remember, I don't know, it feels like maybe, I don't know, a month ago, give or take, that we were learning about you had something removed there. How are we doing?
We're doing good. So I won't go into a whole big thing about it. It was went in after Jimmy Buffett had passed away and was a friend.
Sure.
I went in and decided to up my I love the outdoors and I love the sun when I can get it. I thought maybe it's a good time just to check, and it most of what I thought was bad ended up being good, and the one I thought was good ended up not being good. So we biopsied, went in immediately, and right now everything's looking great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good.
Yeah, so thank you for asking. It was a moment, but I decided, look, I'm just going to stay positive, and hopefully the doctors, they're great at what they do, and we'll remove as much as they can, and we'll just, again, now it's just, you go in and do your blood tests and annual checkups about every 3 months and make sure they got all the margins.
Well, I will tell you this, 3 quick things coming off of that. Number one, why is it when you post a picture of your scar, I look at it and go, oh, you know what? Bret looks fantastic. If I did the same, it would be like, oh, who broke the muffin top?
That's not true at all. I hear you're quite the Adonis, Diane said. Am I wrong?
That's right.
Damn it, that's right.
Number two, this goes back to last week, Bret. Pat McGee was in here was doing a show with John Popper from Blues Traveler. And they were doing a show here in D.C., and it was with an organization called We Rock Cancer. And it was exactly that, where they have people that were on site that if you wanted to, they would give you like a quick screening, obviously like in a little private room or something, but to be able to see, like, if there's getting somebody to go to a dermatologist or listen, I mean, you talked about, you grew up, I'm guessing all those years spent on a Poison tour bus, it was never like, oh, we have to sound check? Ricky, I need the sunscreen. Like, there was probably none of that going on.
No, I can say this. I'm a believer that if you applied once, this is old school thinking. If I cover this once in the morning, I'm sure after 12 hours in the sun, it's still working, and it turns out I was wrong. It turns out that my information was incorrect.
By the way, I would even give you credit if you put it on in the morning. Get out of here.
Let's just go with it was once in the morning.
Okay, fine. I bet you're pretty religious about it now.
I promise you I am, and I got to tell you something. I love more than anything the outdoors. When we travel, we tour. I am out there just enjoying myself, mountain biking, out on the lake, whatever I can do to be outdoors. It's great. I just have to find. I've learned quickly to find that balance, and I said, here it is. I'm one of those people. I'm really, this. I'm grateful to get to do what I love to do.
Sure.
Which is play music. I get to travel. I get to hang out with great people, have a great time, and then just finding that balance and being. I think some of my saving grace, as weird as this comment's going to be, being a type 1 diabetic since the age of 6. What is incredible is it's helped me to right when I get to that edge, of having nothing but a good time, that party, it just pulls me back enough to be able to say, look, I'm diabetic, got to take care of this. I do the 5 injections a day since I've been 6 years old. And it's I say this as to everybody out there, you got to live, you got to enjoy yourself. And just, I found that balance, and
right.
Luckily they caught what happened to me. I got to be straight honest. I'll make this as quick as I can. I had no idea that I didn't think that what became something was anything. I was like, that isn't anything.
Right.
And the stuff I thought might be something turned out it was nothing. So I leave it into the professionals' hands. And luckily, I went and got that checkup, or it may not have turned out where they got to the margins.
But I'll tell you this, Bret. I can't imagine. And listen, we've known about you being a type 1 diabetic forever, and you've always been a great spokesperson for that. But I can't imagine anything. Dude, you are so freaking busy, and I feel like it never slows down for you.
Well, let me say this. First of all, I like being out there on the road and playing music, and I tell everyone this. It is one of those things where it's my solace. I said music is one of those things. It was my go-to as a kid, and it's my go-to now. It's good for my soul. And being out there playing music, I love it. And I try to find that balance between that, my family, my kids, my daughters, and find that great balance between that and being out on the road playing music. Because I don't look at it as a job. I look at it as what I love to do, and it's just honestly, there's a lot of moving parts, but at the same time, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it.
Right. I mean, you come off the stadium tour, which was, to say it was successful is an understatement. It was unbelievable how successful that tour was. And then you were like, okay, let's roll into, I have an idea. I want to do the summer Party Gras tour. And then that thing is unbelievably successful. And then it's like, oh, you know what? I'm not done yet. Let's do a fall version of it. And then we'll just roll that into the fall. And now here we go, which is how we end up talking to you. I know you're going to be at Ion. You're going to bring some friends with you on November 18th. But and like you said, you're playing music. It's what you love doing. It's your solace. But dude, it is just, one thing is more successful than the other.
Well, thank you. And for real, I say this again, it goes back to this. I want to make this very clear. Thank you for doing the interview. I don't get to do it without you. I don't get to do it, especially without I call them fans and friends. It's more friendship now, 3 generations at that stadium. I looked at them like, I think I know half the people in the stadium or have partied with them at some point in my life. And it was 3 generations of it. And then to come to Ion Arena, I need to tell you the true story. It's such a beautiful arena.
Yes.
I'm up and down 15 and 7 in this whole area, Leesburg, all the time, right? I even know where the split is on 15. You can go 15 South or 15 Leesburg Business.
Right?
Ooh,
Bret.
Right there, right?
Ooh, look at you go. Look at you go.
I'm throwing it out there. And it is, but I saw the arena and we just started asking questions. It's a beautiful arena. How do we put a great show into there? I've never played directly that area.
Right.
And we started talking with the owners. I'm going to tell you something, that my first conversation, how it starts, is on a friendly level. It's how do we do this? Obviously, there's business to take care of. But I said, how do we make this a great celebration for the fans? We want to turn this place into a party that night. I'll bring friends. We'll make the music great. But from the minute they walk in the door, and they were unbelievably awesome to work with. And I know they're just starting to put a lot of great bands into there. And I'm just going to add to it. And that's how it came along. So here's how Party Gras started. I cut all of my friends. I said, I want to be out there with people I love, not just on the stage, backstage, the fans. And then all of a sudden, here's how it really got made over drinks in Pittsburgh at the stadium where I was born. We finished the show. I sat down with everyone at Live Nation. They were great partners. And I said, this is how I'd like to start it. And obviously there's a lot of other promoters involved, but that's how it started. And then next summer we kick into 2.0, and it is going to be, wait till you hear the lineup for just next summer. It's pretty astronomical and a lot of fun. Everyone gets it. It's about all styles of music and going on stage. But I said, more importantly, make it all killer hits, no filler, and just the fans having a great time.
I will say this, and like my kids play hockey. They grew up playing hockey, so I'm very familiar with Ion and the people that own it. It's a great facility. It's beautiful. And by the way, if you can't throw a party in that parking lot, Jesus, Bret, something wrong with you. But no,
that party starts in that parking lot. Then eventually we go on stage. Wait, are we playing tonight? What's happening?
No, but I was going to say with Pete, and I'm assuming Pete will be playing with you in the band. But that means 3/4 of Manassas rolls in there.
Let me tell you, Pistol Pete, my buddy, right? First of all, this is how our friendship came together. We were playing out at Jiffy Lube, and Pete was there with his band. I walked out, just like I may have even been the day we were hanging out. You were throwing that big tent party,
sure,
which almost made me not make it to the stage.
That's okay.
But it was a good time, and I went over and saw them play, and we became great friends, him and the band, and Manassas Pete. Right? He literally is one of my best friends, the whole band. And we put everyone together from there in the solo band. And that's the way it's been. And they, every single night, never complain, never bitch, go out and give 1,000% every night. And let me tell you, they had to learn, like with Party Gras, they're learning Lou Graham's music from Foreigner down to the T. Then Steve from Journey, his music, Dee Snider, all the bands that are going to be joining me this year, they're learning everything. And we go out there, and Steve's going to join us on stage, and a bunch of friends at Ion Arena, and we're just going to take it in half of Manassas, if not all of Manassas will be there at the 15 split.
Hey, Bret, let me ask you this, and I don't want to start giving stuff away, although, I mean, there's God knows enough people maybe have seen videos or something. During the show, do you still do what you do during Something to Believe In?
Oh, you mean support our veterans?
Oh, I guess we're just going to tell everybody. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Bret supports veterans there. Everybody knows.
Let me just say this. I'm the son of a veteran, and I say this every single night since the beginning of my career. We call them our hometown heroes. We bring up the men and women, not only our veterans, our officers, our good officers, our great, especially frontline workers, those that have gotten us through these last couple of years have been pretty rough.
Sure.
Our teachers, our utility workers, and just give them a thank you. I let them walk out on Something to Believe In out onto the thrust. We put them way out front. We're like, nope, this is the real rock stars here tonight. And it's just a thank you. With me, there's never any hidden agenda. There's no political message left, right, or center. It's just a thank you and a celebration of us as people and the good people that give us those freedoms.
You know what I went back and watched, knowing that you were going to be on. I went back and watched the video for Back in the Day. The pictures, I love the pictures that pop up. Like, it's obviously like there's current stuff. You mentioned DJs a lot. My phone never rang. But like there's
always thanking the DJs, you know that.
Yeah, I know. You just don't put them in the video. But there's like old pictures of you, like the itty bitty little picture of you, like with your guitar at Christmas. Dude, that's awesome.
Thank you. So that's what Back in the Day was meant to be. From then till now, everything is always pay it forward with me. And so I show everybody, look, I started that. Now, first of all, it wasn't until years later that I found out I was playing a ukulele. I thought that was my first professional guitar. It was a plastic ukulele, which we still have to this day. I'm like, this is the greatest guitar ever. And I'm like 3 years old or 2. I'm in a onesie, if that doesn't say it all. And I can't make this up. It's right there. And so I showed playing guitar then, and then I cut to the stadium. A great shot at the stadium, could have even been DC. And I just do that a lot of riding dirt bikes then. And now I know it's nuts, but I still outrace go take the dirt bikes out and race them on the ranch with my kids and have a great time. And so it's just taking it from then to now, showing you that the things I loved then are still the things I love doing now.
How about that summer hang at Sandy Lake? You go, Bret.
Just saying.
There you go.
Hey, those were good times. That was my, I won't get into the details of this, but that was some of my first good experiences in life with the sweet Sandy Lake.
So the show at Ion will be on Saturday, November the 18th. I know you're a big sports dude. Are you staying overnight and going to the Commanders game, or are you taking off? Or why don't you get Rain to cover the game and then you take it in anyway?
I'm going to say this. I may be going down there with our buddy Manassas Chuck. Is a season ticket holder. So I may be there for the game. And thank you for bringing it up. Proud of my daughters, Rain Elizabeth and Georgia Blue. They, right now, Rain is an ESPN commentator.
Sure. Sideline
for NLL, and then now switching over to do some great football commentary and broadcast. And we'll get into it. I have something I'm going to be calling you about, so be prepared. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say it's going to be awesome.
Is it about you? Is it about you, or is it about no? It's about Rain.
No, it's
Georgia. It's about Pete, Pistol Pete,
Manassas Elliot.
He's the new lead singer of Poison.
The whole damn show's about Pete, damn it. I'm just going to throw it out there.
All right, last thing, Bret, and then I know I have to let you go. Then I know actually, that's not true. Last two things.
Don't let me go.
I was looking at I was looking at some pictures of like when the tour was getting underway. I think it started at some amphitheater just outside Detroit. I don't know exactly the area.
Pine Knob.
Oh, yeah, Pine Knob.
Okay, very good, very good.
Pine Knob, yep.
There was a guy who I believe works at the University of Michigan who took a picture with you. Oh, my God, did he look just like you?
It was unbelievable, right?
Yes.
You're talking about the doppelganger?
Yes, exactly.
I'm using that word correctly, right?
Yes.
But yes, and they had a contest. So we do these big contests. It's called the Dress Like Bret. Bear with me. Any era Bret. It could be biker Bret, baby Bret. It could be glam Bret. Country Bret, whatever Bret you want to be, right? It's the Dress Like Bret karaoke contest, and here's how real it is. They go up and belt it out inside the amphitheater. People are cheering, partying, and then the winner gets to come up and sing on stage with me. Nothing but a good time at the end of the night.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, for real.
That is great.
Yep, we involve the fans, and everything is about the Party Gras, Mardi Gras is what it's about. And everyone we're putting out the beads, guitar picks. We have people that meet people as they're coming through the gate just to tell them thank you and for all the great years. So it's just it's a good vibe.
Hey, who designed the logo of the guitar and the palm tree? It's genius.
Thank you. That I don't want to take full credit. I'm going to take 99% credit.
There we go.
Right? So I'm going to take 99.9% credit, and then it takes a village after that. Right? You're both like, okay, we're going to hang up now. Thanks for calling.
All right, last thing. What would I like more? Would I rather ride in your personal bus or fly on your private jet? Which one would I like more?
I say the only way to do that correctly is to test both. So we'll take the bus.
That's awesome.
It's like a taste test. You will have to let us know. We're going to do another interview about your opinion when we're done.
Bret, you are the best. It is the Fall Party Gras Epic Holiday Concert, Saturday, November 18th at Ion Arena in Leesburg. Bret, as always, I appreciate the time. Thank you, my friend.
Hey, thank you, and thank you both. Have the most awesome holiday, and taste testing. We're going to put that on order. And remember, I'm calling you about something big that's coming. It's already done, so there'll be the call.
All right. I'm not going to leave the studio. I'm going to sit right here until the phone rings.
Do not leave that studio.
All right, Bret. Talk to you later, buddy.
Thank you, my friend.